The idea of entrepreneurship appeals to so many, but figuring out how to start a company can sometimes be so overwhelming that it scares people away. You start asking yourself, do I have enough money? What am I going to sell? What should I sell? How will I get customers? If starting a company is something you want to do, you need to stop overthinking and start putting in the work to make it happen. We've taken off the burden from you by doing the necessary research, and in this video, we will be taking you through how to start a company. Before we get to that, quickly like this video and subscribe to our channel to watch more of our videos. Starting a company requires going through 3 stages that involve different steps. Stay with me as I will be breaking them down into bits. Stage 1. Have an innovative plan. An innovative plan requires identifying a new market. To run a successful company, you need to use creativity and innovation to find the previously untapped markets for products and services, create things that consumers didn't know they needed, and sell them to the consumers at a profit. Your goal should be to find a great need in a consumer base and plan to exploit the need. Have a compelling concept, product, and service for the market. When you've identified a need, it needs to be filled with a new concept for a product. Ensure you think big and come up with something that will change the way people think. Facebook wouldn't turn out to be a successful company if they hadn't identified a consumer base's desire to connect with each other and share information. Create a working model of your product. To attract serious investors, prove to people that your innovation is possible. Whatever the structure of your company, you need to develop a working model that actually works. Create long-term goals for your company. Write down what you need for your company to succeed at the end of the month, the end of the year, or 10 years down the road. Think of the direction you want your company to be headed and what you need to take it there. By planning carefully, you can structure your company and anticipate the challenges that await you. Come up with a catchy name for your business to make your company official. Your name also needs to be unique in your state if you plan on filing for incorporation, and should be registered with the Business Bureau or administration in your state. A well-named company has a much better chance of sticking around long-term. A good company name should be catchy, fresh, simple, and easy to brand. Write a business plan that clearly defines your goal and appeals to investors. It has a detailed description of your product or service, the practical execution of your ideas in terms of marketing and funding, and forces you to articulate the corporate philosophy for your company. Get the required state and federal permits to conduct business. This depends on the nature of your products or services. However, you will have to file at the federal and state level to conduct business legally. Get the requirements and talk to a representative at the Business Bureau to ensure they are within the bounds of the law and have filed appropriately. Stage 2. Company structuring. To structure your company, form a limited liability company, LLC. This will give you maximum flexibility. An LLC is a hybrid of the flexibility of a partnership-style organization, with the liability features of a more complex corporation. The members of an LLC are not taxed as a business entity, but rather report the company's business on their personal tax returns. This makes it a popular choice for small companies getting off the ground. Consider forming a business partnership. A partnership is shared by one or more individuals who share responsibilities, profits, and other elements of the company among themselves equally, or on a limited basis, according to the company's structure. Registering a business partnership requires that you register your name, acquire the appropriate permits for holding business, depending on your company, and file your company with the IRS. Consider incorporation of your company. Filing as a corporation requires that you file the proper articles of incorporation in your state, generally with the Secretary of State's office. You may also have to identify your shareholders and issue the accompanying stock certificates to make the corporation legal and file with the IRS, receive a tax ID number and the accompanying permit depending on the state you want to operate the company from. Use a cooperative business model to open up to the public. In a cooperation model, the company is owned and shared by the workers and the customers, making the decision-making process and business operations a fluid exchange of ideas between company and consumer. Stage 3. Funding and marketing your company. This stage entails that you estimate your startup costs. Do this as part of your business plan as a way to figure out what you'll need to request from investors and acquire via other means. It's an essential part of getting your company started and helps to give possible shareholders or venture capitalists a hard number to consider. Do a cash flow analysis. An investor will likely want to know when they will start seeing the return on their investment before they invest their money in your company. This can be determined by performing a cash flow analysis. The result will be a reasonable expectation of the time it will take for your company to become profitable and begin paying back the investment. Apply for equity or debt financing. Getting a business loan requires that you provide evidence of good credit, your experience in a management role, and decide whether you're going to seek equity or debt financing options or not. Generate buzz. If you create buzz around your company, people will be more willing to invest in your company. Poise your company as being impossible to fail. Make your ideas seem strong and your leadership. Delve into new media and advertising. Announcing your new company in the traditional business trades is a good step to take, but you can do more by embracing new media and structuring your company in the 21st century. Building a buzz around social media could make a huge difference in your company's success. Ensure your company is a trendy place to work. Aside from being incredibly successful and innovative service providers, companies like Google and Facebook have also established a reputation as places that celebrate progressive office culture. If you want to have the brightest, vibrant, and best workers, aim towards creating worker-friendly aesthetics and features, and an open policy of making your employees happy. We've come to the end of our video. Have you learned enough to help you start your new company? Kindly leave any questions you have on this topic in the box below, and we'll be answering them. See you next time.